Hey guys, Vern's here, back again with another Supercoach video. Look, accidentally messed up the video itself. I didn't realize I was recording it on Twitch, well, streaming on Twitch, so I went and grabbed the video from there, and I'm just going to edit this into the start before we jump on into it, so I hope you all enjoy. Quick update here, talk a bit about that Carlton Richmond game. Team update, Phillips got named as an emergency, so obviously makes him a huge sub-risk and something we wanted to avoid. So I know I kind of cursed him in the last video where I said, oh, I just love Phillips to miss so I can go crazy with the mid prices. It happened, so I thought, gotta go crazy with the mid prices. Brought in Setterfield, went down from Sicily to Ridley, went down from McKenna to Cowan, which sucks in the sense that Cowan ended up getting subbed off. So I mean, he got 38 with being subbed off, so honestly not a bad score. Could have obviously been a lot worse, but really sucks he ended up being the sub target, something we're obviously scared of, and obviously the Sincotta coming in and knocking him out. I did think him getting named on field, not even on the interchange, meant there was maybe a bit of better job security there, and I kind of just liked going a bit crazy with this move. So ended up moving Phillips to Setterfield. As I said, that's just crazy that I did that. We're running the 5 mid prices in there with Ashcroft. We've moved McKenzie to the bench. I did hear George mention that McKenzie's draft profile does mention he is inconsistent. Obviously he had a really good practice game, but we can obviously see from what's happened with Phillips, and I think pretty common with practice games that they are practice games, and just because McKenzie got a bunch of CBAs, and that doesn't mean it's going to reflect the actual game, nor is his performance going to reflect what he can actually output. He definitely looked good, and I'm definitely happy to have him in my side. Look, I'm just trying to make up, I guess, a bit of copium in the meantime while I move Setterfield to the field. So that's just what I've decided to do. Yeah, bit crazy there. Team's looking absolutely mental with these mid prices now. So in reality, the Yo downgrade just really ended up a flip into a midfield mid pricer instead, and then Constable came up to play on field. So that's all that actually happened with Yo getting out. So a bit more fun with the mid prices in the midfield. Now the actual game, obviously we had that draw, which was... It was a good game to watch. Obviously, it was scrappy, but it wasn't scrappy because the teams were bad. It was scrappy because it was a high-intensity game. There was a lot of pressure causing forced errors rather than teams just making unforced errors. So it was very entertaining to watch. How good is it to have footy back? I loved it. Obviously, Dusty kicking that first goal, amazing. Cowan obviously had some good moments as well. He got that little hand pass in the first quarter, but then kind of butchered the kick. Had a brilliant tackle on Bolton, definitely Bolton. Trying to get those names figured out, guys. Which was awesome. Bolton had a few crazy moments too, where he had that little tap around side, ran onto it. Well, it was some good moments. Obviously, he got the specky as well. We had Silvani getting the third goal of the game, second goal for Carlton with the kind of a specky. He didn't really get that far off the ground. With Bolton, on the other hand, he literally jumped and his knees just went into the back of like the Conning's head. Like, he was already so high. So yeah, it was really entertaining. Loved watching it. You know what I hated seeing though? Our boy Doherty, obviously 108. We're completely happy with a 108. I mean, he had a 109 average last year, so he's kind of bang on his average here. We wanted a bit more from him. But what I hated seeing was I saw Doherty running to the square. He started off the game and he ran straight to the square, grabbed the ball, did a kick out. Amazing. That's what we want to see. And later on, McGovern takes one, and it's like, okay, that's fine, whatever. And then I see Doherty running to the square later on in the game. I don't know if this was third or second quarter, whenever it was. And McGovern's also running to the square, and McGovern calls fucking Doherty off. Who the fuck do you think you are calling Doherty off the kick out? Oh, Doherty ended up running off, doing a V-cut, trying to get a kick. Didn't end up happening. McGovern just bombed it down the line. Bro, McGovern, just step back, let Doherty have the kick, bro. Come on, mate. Who we kidding here? Saying that, Doherty was also kind of rewarded on the very second kick out of the game, where he went to do a kick out without playing on, and they actually called it back and let him do it again, which he played on for. So that was nice. But yeah, Doherty had a good first quarter, a bit of a slow second quarter, had a big third quarter, and then had an alright fourth quarter. He also kicked that monster goal from like 60 out. That was beautiful. I believe that was in the fourth as well, 15 minutes left or so. So that was really awesome to see. So let's jump into the Richmond relevant plays. I mean, it's really just Hopper and Toronto at the end of the day. I mean, look, Dan Rioli obviously had a great game too. I mean, that man could be a bit of a smoky in the back line. I've picked him up in my draft league with my mates because I did think if he's playing that short role, he could. I didn't think Baker could impact him though, which made me a little bit scared of the pick, but he looked bloody great today, and I'm pretty happy to have him as a smoky in a draft. But yeah, definitely a smoky for maybe Classic too, because that role looked really good. He was taking kickouts, not all of them. I did see, I think, Vlosten take some and Baker take some, but yeah, Rioli obviously had a fair few for what I saw. But yeah, jumping into, I guess, Hopper and Toronto. Hopper, really great first quarter, but then kind of just like fell off. Like, I guess his entire game was around the CBAs at the end of the day. And I can't tell you how many times I saw a CBA and Hopper just wasn't there. Like, early on in the game, that was. Like, he just wasn't there for the CBAs. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? That's your entire game. But yeah, he was kind of average at best. Like, I wasn't really happy with it. I get it. He's a contested pig. He's meant to be around these CBAs, around these ruck contests. To be fair, I feel like there was a lot of ruck contests. Not many CBAs, obviously, though. And I don't know if that's what's impacted these scoring, because he's meant to be a great center clearance player, that there just wasn't enough CBAs for him to really flourish. So not great to see from him, unfortunately. The good news here is Hopper is like one of the most owned players in all of Supercoach. So if you're sitting there a bit stressed about his performance, don't even stress. And at the end of the day, he has the role. We know what he can do. You know what? It's his first game back. He played 7 games last year because of his injuries. Maybe he's going to be a little slow at the gates. At the end of the day, everyone else is feeling it with us, so it's not the end of the world. Toronto, I don't think he's as highly owned as Hopper, but the 103. Honestly, that's awesome. Like, we really were hoping for like a 105 out of Toronto average-wise, so 103 is pretty close to that average. 30-something touches. I did see, I think, 32, but I don't know. I don't think I checked it at the end of the game, so I don't know if he got another touch from there. But the man got a lot of touches. He got a lot of butchers too. Like, that man catches ball, puts ball on foot. He has no idea about his surroundings. It's just catch, boot. And that ball is going anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. But he still got the 103, plenty of touches, and he looks like he's going to be a solid pick for us. And I think in this game, where I didn't actually check the percentage accuracy-wise, definitely something I could go check right now. I'll just go give that a cheeky look for us. But it didn't... I don't know. His efficiency didn't really feel great. Maybe that's... maybe a misinterpretation from me. I mean, just because it didn't feel great doesn't mean it wasn't great. Sorry, I realized I went to the wrong site there. Here we go. Just because, obviously, if he's not having a great disposal game and he still ended up with a 103... what happens when he has a good disposal game? Like, he could really explode, and I think that's what we want from him. That's why we have him here, you know. He's that kind of player he's high variance. He's getting a lot of the pill, and he's just very inefficient with it. Here we go. Timmy Toronto, 56% accuracy with 8 clangers. Like, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, 32 disposals at the end of the day. That's not good. And he still ended up with a 103 just because of how many disposals the man gets at the end of the day. Contested possessions, 12. So, look, he's still going to be great for us. I mean, imagine that man having an actual good game with, like, his disposal and, you know, minimize those clangers. He's going to pop a 130. He's going to pop maybe more than that. I think that's probably the comparison is, hey, you see people get 32 disposals, like, you know, Doherty with 32 disposals, he's a 130 plus. A lot of players that are 130 to 140 plus with those sort of disposals. Toronto ain't that kind of guy. But, hey, that doesn't mean that he won't come out, actually have a 30 disposal game, actually have some good, you know, efficiency, minimal clangers, and then end up with those 130 games. So, hey, still very happy with that. I think anyone should be happy with Toronto. I think he showed what we wanted to see. He's just going to be that absolute ball magnet in the mid. Hopper obviously showed that he's still this in a bounce player. They just Richmond don't have many of those, or at least there weren't many in this game. And as I said, everyone syncs with the ship there, so that's really not a problem. Doherty's just doing Doherty things. McGovern, get the hell out of that bloody kick-out square. Don't want to see you in there. Give the ball to McGovern and give the ball to Doherty and just leave, bro. Just leave. I don't want to see you calling him off ever again. And I'm really, really unfortunate with the Cowan sub. That sucks. It hurts. Hopefully he gets named next week and we're all good to go. Obviously had some good moments and I can definitely see why he was named. I feel like it was a little harsh to give him the sub, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's just my quick video, everyone. This is how the team's actually sizing up for round one. This is how it's actually going to be. As I said, crazy amount of mid-prices in the midfield. It's what I do. I'm here for a bit of fun. I'm here for the journey. Why not? Let's enjoy it all. So, anyway, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Peace later. Oh my gosh, I am streaming. That's okay. I can go pinch that stream from Twitch and just upload it to YouTube. That is my mistake. Anyway, peace later. Catch y'all.